My name is Laura Dunkley and I am from Dubbo. And I'm an artist and a mum. My parents, Alex and Lorraine.
Hi, my name's Lorraine. Alex was the love of my life, my best friend, my rock. Everybody just liked Al. He was a funny man. Didn't matter where you'd end up, you'd be sitting around and next thing Al would have people laughing. I think it's one of the things that I miss the most, now he's gone, is his humour.
Mum and Dad's relationship was amazing and one to look up to in terms of what that dynamic should be.
One of the first things I really noticed that really shocked me was he couldn't put the 3 prongs of a plug into a PowerPoint. And so that was to do with his motor skills, his brain and hand connection. And he just said to me, I've got what my mum had. I think he had been struggling with things a lot longer than we realised. One of the things that distressed him, he felt he was going to let me down and that life would become too hard for me. And I can remember saying to him, you can't let me down because you've loved me unconditionally. You know, you'd be asking him to try and do something and he'd disagree. And I'd say, but darling, I'm your wife. We've been married for 32 years. And he'd say, I don't think so. Or he'd say, who are you? There's the whole ambiguous lost side of it, where you're just losing pieces of them. But even in the nursing home, you know, there's a thing called muscle memory. And if people think about holding the hand of the person they love most in the world, you know that hand. And in the nursing home, they'd try and take his hand to go and get him to do stuff. And he would shake them off. And they'd have to guide him by holding his arm. He wouldn't let any of that staff take his hand. But whenever I walked up, and I'd walk up to him and he'd be in the corridor and I'd walk up, talk to him, I'd take his hand and he'd hold my hand and he'd go wherever I want him to go. So I knew he knew who I was. He knew who I was. When I was caring for Al, Dementia Australia was really important to me. Just the online presence in the early stages. It was a place that I used to go to read things, to looking for answers, looking for information. The counselling service, which I did use when things were pretty desperate for me and I wasn't coping very well, that helpline was very important to me. When I felt I needed to talk to someone, you could pick up the phone and talk to someone. I think the takeaway in life for me through this experience, just appreciate the people that you're with. Special moments.
We all wish that you could just have a few more years so that you can enjoy your family member for longer.